Hi, hello, good morning, all. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Dream Italia. I'm your Madan. Today, we are going to discuss about the recent queries which we got from the group called Prospective Students in Italy. Unfortunately, due to the summer vacations and also some personal kind of the internships things, I couldn't able to respond many people's recently. So today, we are going to see about the scenarios which we got from the group called Prospective Students in Italy, and I'm very sorry for the delayed response also. So we are going to see about the scenarios one by one, which we got it from the group called Prospective Students in Italy. Before that, I have a humble request for every people. Those who are watching this video without any subscriptions, try to subscribe my YouTube channel Dream Italia. And thanks for your great support and all. Always our team, which mean I would say as admin me and also few of our moderator also. Always we are trying to help the people, and we are trying to help the solve the queries then and there. Also we are doing our best things. So those are having any doubts or any other those who need any clarifications, everything, you just try to post it in our group called Prospective Students in Italy without any hesitations. And we hope we will try to do our best. And let's go to the video without any time delay. Now we are going to see about the the query clarifications like one by one. The first scenario would be, hello everyone, I will get my provisional degree in September only. If I go to HRD Apostle, then it takes almost a month. Then I can apply for the visa at the month of September, October 1st or 2nd week only, and my classes are going to start September mid, and I don't know what to do now. If any here have any suggestions, please write it. And here the CMA process is too much too smooth. If if anybody knows about the CMA about instead of DOV, then let me know. Actually, his query is he is like a the prospective students of Italy, and he is planning to apply for the visa at the month of October. The thing is, he is recently completed his educations. The thing he is recently completed his bachelor's, and he got the results, but till now he didn't. He's struggling to get the certifications. I think so. So according to that, his statement, he will get the provisional certificate at the month of September only. So for the education document, we have to go with the HRD, right? So if he apply HRD, he is also belong from Tamil Nadu. So mostly it will take 20 to 30 or more than 35 days also for getting the HRD attestation, especially for the Tamil Nadu. So he is asking what I have to do now. Is there any alternative ways? Can I do it for? Can I go with statement of comparability and all? First of all, I would say for the education document, you have to do like a two-way. Okay, one is like a HRD attestations. If you have enough time, then you can go with the HRD attestation. But your scenario and your case is totally different. You don't have a sufficient time also, right? So when you're getting your provisional certificate, directly go with the SCM attestations, MA Apostle, and then you just do your Italian language translation. Based on that, you can go with you can go and apply your visa and DOV in the same time, so that you can reduce your timings also. For example, why I'm not suggesting the statement of comparability from CMA, because August 7 to till 23rd August, the CME is having the summer holidays. So you can't able to apply for the CMA. Also, they will also take 15 days to 1 month time period, depends upon the money, like 150 euros to 250 euros they will take. If you are paying 250 euros, then you will get your statement of comparability within a 2 weeks or within a 10 days or within a week also. There are some scenarios. But if you are paying like a 250, 150 euro at the time, it will take 3 to 4 weeks, literally like a HRD attestation time only. So it's I'm advising you, it's better to do like STM attestations and MA apostle, then Italian language translation when you are getting your provisional certificate, and you can go according to that. then you can able to apply for visa and DOV in the same time. But this is only for the Mumbai embassy, because for the education document, HRD attestation is a mandatory process, but only the Mumbai embassy is accepting, because already I have seen many screenshots, and I also personally confirm with the embassy people, they are accepting STM attestation because of the pandemic situation. So it's advisable you to go with when you are getting your documents, try to do the postal process and all, STM postal process within a week, or maximum it may take 10 days. Okay, so then try to apply the visa on the DOV in the same time. Hi friends, in my pre-enrollment is expected start date of my course 20th September, but actually my course start date on 4th of October, written in course site. So why it is like that? Actually, her doubt is, in her pre-enrollment, the expected date was 20th September, but uh, actual date was 4th of October. So she is having some confusions whether which is the correct date. For example, I would say, the university have many programs, right? For example, engineering, medical, and biotechnology, and economics. Likewise, finance, everything that depends upon the department, the program, the program start date also would be differ. It's up to the coordinator and up to the program. So almost generally in all Italian universities, the commencement of program will start from mostly from mid of the September, or else the first week of October. It's not a problem at all. Okay, so when you're getting a official mail or some other information from your course coordinator, you can go with that. The next scenario, is there any news from the study in Italy, Mazi, the scholarship in your country? Especially, is there anyone who received an interview mail in Turkey? For your kind information, this Mazi scholarship is even for the many of the students applied from India also, and some of the people successfully completed their interview, and some people are not at all invited for the interview also, and many of the people are waiting for the responses. But as of now, I heard till now no one is not getting this kind of scholarship. Especially some of the countries, it's totally up to the countries, I think. I will say, because some people messaged me in a personally, they got these scholarships as a winner list, and some of them are asked me, they are still waiting for the update from their embassy. So according to that, it's up to your country, so better to check with the respective peoples about your status. But it is not yet announced, depends upon the countries and the embassies actually. So you have to be patient, or else you try to contact the respective Italian embassy for the further references. The next scenario, I want hostel accommodation in Messina, near Messina University. Can anyone help? Okay, this is a good question. According to finding accommodation, you can find it in many ways. For example, for example, you can find the accommodation from India itself. Like I would say, mostly there are many Facebook groups, or there are many accommodation facilities available, especially from the Facebook market also. So you can, if you keep looking on the accommodation like day by day, you will get many other informations, especially for the accommodation. Try to look about the accommodation facilities from any other specific Facebook group. If the Facebook group is not available, then try to look about the you know Facebook market. And also you can also check via Idealist, Subito, and Immobiliare. Even recently I have heard Indomia, like there is one portal. It is really having more details about the accommodation details. So try to contact the Indomia, Idealist, Subito, and Immobiliare for more references. Also, you can contact the seniors who is already studying in Messina. Maybe you will get the help from them. Hello everyone, can anyone please tell me how the lenient of University of Milan regarding the semester differing? Okay, University of Milan is a good university. For your kind information, the semester differing, no, none of the university won't accept it actually. For example, I would say the commencement of classes will start from the September mid, as I said. So no one won't accept maybe you can attend the classes via online, or because every university will understood about the pandemic situation. Every students are struggling to get the visa status, either it's approved or rejected. So it is taking much time under the evaluations, and maximum, the minimum 15 to 35 days or 90 days also people are waiting. So according to that, you will have, when the classes are started, you try to attend the classes via online mode, because every university are offering a blended mode teaching only. So either you can able to attend the classes via online. If you got the visa, then you can attend the classes via in presence. So I think if the reason is valid, then the university will, people will understood, then there is a possibility for the semester differing. Unless until the visa, the reason is not valid, then you can't able to expect the same. Anyone applying for DSU Toscana scholarship, I need the help of the document to be sent to the office. Okay. For example, I would say the DSU Toscana scholarship. Once you completed your, the apostle process and the legalization process, then you have to send your consular document directly to the Toscana regions, like the respective CAF office. You can submit in a two way. Either you can submit via, in presence. If you are in Italy, then you can submit via in presence, or you can submit the consular document via proxy system. For example, if you know any persons like in already in the particular region, then you can ask the people to may schedule an appointment, and you can also submit your documents. If not, you can send you can send them like international courier, like DHL and other courier services are available. You can submit your document via post. Okay. So maybe I think the September 3 is the deadline for submitting those consular document, right? So try to submit, send your consular document via post if you are not finding anyone. Anyone have appointment on 27th August in Bangalore VFS? I think the Bangalore VFS, and nowadays I could hear that there are a lot of slots available, especially for the Mumbai embassy and all. So uh, best of luck for your visa process. Here she is having some issues, and she got the scholarship, the status as excluding, because she missed to give the information about her education detail. So she just asking to the consular, the respective Lazio regions. They are just mailing her, try to try to raise the ticket. So according to that, now you got only the provisional ranking list, right? So still there is a, it is not a confirmatory ranking list. Still you have a chance to edit your application. Just you have to do only one thing. You just go and log in with your credential for the Lazio portal, and try to raise the ticket in a deep manner. For example, you have to convey each and everything, like why did you select that options, and what is the amendments, or else what and all the modifications you need to do it by in your applications. So you, if you are telling the exact things, then there is a possibility to modify your data which you have already submitted. So don't worry, this is just like a provisional ranking list. Still the definitive ranking list is not at released, right? So there is a time, so you can do the modifications while requesting to the respective regional scholarship body, which is like Lazio. Any update from Mumbai embassy about visa processing? Yes, some peoples are received the the status as accepted, and most of the peoples are still waiting. I think because of the travel ban, especially for the India, they are not issuing the visa. Hope from September onwards, every people those who are already applied, maybe they will start to get the visa status from September first week onwards. Do we have to show the proof of funds when applying for the permesso di soggiorno? If yes, does Indian bank statement work, or it has to be shown in the Italian bank statement? Okay, permesso di soggiorno. First of all, I would say before after coming to Italy, you were within once you arrive to Italy, within a 7 days you have to apply for your permesso di soggiorno. So for applying a permesso di soggiorno, you have to get some kid like application from the post office, and you have to get the Marco Polo stamp, which is equal for the 16 euros. And also later, once you fill your applications and you have to submit everything to the Poste Italiane, Then after that, for that, for first year you don't need to show any proof of fund, because already they came to know that, for the visa process already you submitted the enough financial support so that you got the visa. Unless until if you are not submitting the financial support, then no one issue your visa, right? So for the first year you don't require to submit any, you don't need to show any financial support, especially for the permiso di soggiorno. But it's vice versa for the second year. Maybe you have to submit some, the required document in terms of, the credits, or else the scholarship results, like a winner or eligible. Or else if you are not having all those things and all, then you need to submit it, the you need to show the financial support. Even the Indian statement also not a problem. I mailed to Islamabad embassy to update my number, but the mail was not delivering. I think you have mailed in the incorrect mail ID, right? The people are helping you. Try to look about the comment section. They have already given the appropriate mail ID. So you just send the same mail ID with some modifications. This person is asking, "Hi everyone, is it requested that someone share the motivational letter and cover letter? Thanks in advance." According to me, cover letter should be written by you. Okay, don't take any samples and all. Some Because why I'm telling, cover letter plays a major role at the time of your visa process. So it should be very specific. The Because it is different from one people to another people and one profile to another profile also. So don't you can get the many samples from the online also if you want. There are many online portals, and there are many the samples available in online. You can make a, you can get the reference from the online. But according to me, don't go with the online. You just try to do it by yourself based on some sample documents. I'm sorry, I don't know Hindi, so I couldn't able to uh, it's better to post something when, according to me, not only me, because in this prospective students in Italy, there are many students who is belong from various countries. So whichever queries or whatever you need, any clarifications, try to post it in English, so it would be a better. Not only me, many peoples would answer for you, because every people don't know about Hindi, right? As per the current update happened to the four of my friend in the past 2 days, VFS doesn't accepting ITR, pay slips, experience certificate. If you submit them forcibly, then they will take it away after the second screening in VFS. They said the bank certificate is enough, no need to submit the ITR and pay slip for this year. And the affidavit original not needed xerox. Oh my god, this is really a strange thing for me. Even I too had the personal experience with the VFS people. When I submitting my the form 16 along with my experience letter and all, they said this is not at all mandatory. Then I just had some argument with them, and I forcibly forced them to submit my documents, like as I mentioned, the experience certificate and the form 16 and all. Because every nowadays it is not easy to get the visa, right, without submitting this ITR or else the experience certificate or else the pay slips and all. Because even though if you are not submit, VFS people are just like a mediators. They really running their offices, or they are just doing their work with the strange people, like those who don't have the experience with the visa things and all. Only the based on the visa checklist they will collect the document. If you are submitting any other document, they will say it is not necessary. But you have to be cautious, especially for this kind of scenarios are very very strange for me. Maybe you can give a complaint also about them, because if some people may force them to submit the documents. For some people will submit the document without the additional document, like I would say the ITR, pay slip and experience certificate and all. This is really a important things, especially for the financial support. Without these documents, then how can we prove the source of income and all, right? So it is a mandatory document, even though it is not listed in the visa checklist. So it's your responsibility to submit your documents and make sure with the VFS people. If they are doing something wrong, then you can give a complaint about them, even to the embassy. Can anyone please tell me that the DSU Toscana scholarship is scholarship document to be legalized by the embassy, or else only apostle is sufficient. Okay, I would say the legalization process is mandatory for the non-Hawaii Convention countries, right? It is only for the other regions, not for the DSS Toscana regions, because the legalization process was is, it was very mandatory for some kind of regions, especially for the Toscana regions. So it's better to do the legalization even though you belong from India and India is one of the part of Hawaii Convention countries. That's not a problem. You have to do your legalization process, and apostle won't work. Okay, so you have to do the legalization process as a mandatory to confirm your scholarship actually. So don't take a risk, try to do the legalization, especially for the if you are belong from DSS Toscana region. Is there any scholarships available other than Lazio Disco for the students belong to the Lazio regions? Okay, the scholarships are only the two types. Okay, one is like a merit based scholarships and another one is like a regional based scholarships. For the merit based scholarships, it is totally depends upon your academic profile. I would say, the how much your percentage or CGPA, which plays a major role, and also, if you're having any other IELTS, or if you already have completed your GRA or PTA, whatever it may be, which plays a major role, especially when it comes under the merit based scholarships. But unfortunately, for this academic year, the merit based scholarships are completed. Already the deadline has been over, so you can't able to apply for that. So only you have an option for the regional based scholarships. For the regional based scholarships also, the Lazio Disco already completed, and July 28th is the last date, and the people also received the provisional ranking list and all. So unfortunately, there is no scholarships, only the two-way scholarships available. One is merit, and another is a regional based scholarship, which is totally depends upon the financial or else the economic status of the family. So you don't have any other options right now. The next scenario would be, hi everyone, my brother will be sponsoring the university tuition fee for the course and he is settled outside India in Europe. What and all the documents will be the record to be submitted with the visa application being him as a sponsor? I hope you are belong from the Mumbai embassy or else the India, right? For example, I would say the sponsor should be, you can show the financial support in a two way, either from your account or else in your sponsor account. If you are going to submit show your financial support, means you have to give the self affidavit and everything belong from you, like the bank's statement and bank balance certificate. It's your own account. If it is like a sponsor, then the sponsor should be your parents, only your mom or else your father. He is a authorized people for sponsoring your visa. Your brother can't able to do the, be a sponsor for your visa application. For the tuition fee, no one can able to pay, like even the strange people can pay the tuition fee. That's not a problem. For the sponsor, when comes under the visa process, especially for the financial support, either you could show your financial support in your account like a self affidavit, or else a sponsor, means you have to make sure about the sponsorship affidavit. And also for your kind information, the sponsor should be your parents, that is only if your mom or dad, not your brother. Okay, anyone got the pre-acceptance for the global humanities in Sapienza University? Yes, there are many people got the admissions, and for your kind information, they have already mentioned in the comment section. Try to contact with them. And the next is, here the person is posting about the rooms and accommodation details. So those who need the accommodation, you can contact him for the further references. The next scenario would be, hi folks, upon submitting the visa application docs at VFS, how many days it takes to know the decision, as I submitted my application form at the July 9th and I have not heard anything from the VFS people. Actually, I would say, still there are many people who submitted from June also. They are just waiting for their responses, especially from the Mumbai embassy. So minimum, they nowadays they are taking 30 days to 45 days, even 90 days also they are taking to know about the visa status, either it's approved or rejected. So according to that, now as of now, I would say you just be patient and try to check your the University portal and also about your mails or messages for the further information. In this scenario, you should be patient. You don't have any other right options. The next scenario, hello folks, for visa applications, the consulate asked me to provide the proof of suitable lodging, the rental contract for the entire stay. So the university wouldn't include this in the letter of acceptance, means they will not provide this letter. So what should I do, please? Actually, I would say, making a rental contract is not easy if unless until if you are not arriving to the Italy, because you need to sign it manually to the rental agreement and all. So be cautious before you are going to make any rental contract or something well in your country, your respective country itself. So try to contact the landowner, because there are few landowner who is ready to give the rental contract via post or something if you are paying some more the extra fees and all. So try to check with them, and better you can contact with your respective university for getting some more further information. Then the next scenario would be, hello there, how can we book the dummy ticket for the visa interview? Okay, for example, I would say the dummy ticket is plays a major role, especially for the embassy to embassy. The approach would be differ. For example, I would say the Mumbai embassy. If you belong from Mumbai embassy, then you can make a dummy ticket, and if you belong from Delhi embassy, then you can't able to submit the dummy ticket, which means the itinerary ticket. If you're submitting the itinerary ticket, I'm damn sure your visa will get rejected only. So if you belong from Mumbai embassy, then you can get the dummy ticket. You can get the dummy ticket from various portals, like I would say, the yatra.com and also flyhelpline.com and all, where you can make your dummy ticket easily. So it's not a big deal. And also you can get the dummy ticket like itinerary ticket from the traveling agencies also. So try to look about the local traveling agencies. Maximum they can the PNR will be valid 3 to 10 days, depends upon the agencies. So make sure about your itinerary flight ticket before, and it's advisable to do it before. For example, tomorrow is your visa application, you are going to submit your visa application. So it's advisable to do the itinerary flight ticket from today, or else like tomorrow morning itself, like early. So it would be better if you are going to do via any yatra.com or else any fly helpline, because the PNR will be valid only for the 3 days. So try to remember, don't book the dummy ticket before 1 week at the time of your visa application process. Hi guys, how long it will take to answer? For example, the person is applied for the pre-enrollment process and he is just waiting. Nowadays, for your kind information, every university is having the summer vacations and the professors and all not at all working. So till 23rd, the scenario would be like this only. So I would say you just try to wait for some time. Maybe you will get the further information from your university side after the August end or else September. You will get your pre-enrollment summary. If you are applied very earlier, then try to mail them for the respective university. The next scenario, hi guys, I got admissions in the University of Modena, and which is comes under the Emilia Romagna regions for masters in international management. If anyone coming from India is just trying to find out the colleague or else a future classmate from the same the University of Modena. So those are, unfortunately there is no WhatsApp group also for the same specific university. So try to find out the people. It's really better to find out the future classmate before moving there. Then the next scenario would be, hello everyone, our Indian students are allowed to travel Italy? As far as I know, Italy has not approved the Covishield yet. Even none of the vaccines approved by Italy, especially which is available from India. Then does anyone know about this? Okay, for example, I would say yes, of course, as you said, the Covishield, which is like AstraZeneca, is not at all approved by, especially from the Italy. It is under the evaluation, I would say. So I hope it will be approved as soon as possible. Only recently, previously, the 16 European countries, like even the Schengen countries, approved the Covishield, like our Indian vaccines. But recently, two more countries also, like Slovenia and also Denmark, I think so. they have also accepted our Covishield. So I think likewise, maybe like France approved and Germany approved and other many other countries, Schengen countries also accepted our the Covishield. Hopefully Italy also soon they will accept our Covishield. But it's not a problem at all. For example, according to that, you can't able to travel Italy directly, but you can able to travel based on your visa or based on your permiso to the any other Schengen country. For example, if you have completed your 2 dose of vaccinations and like a Covishield, and based on the Covishield certifications and also the recent negative PCR report, you can able to travel to any other countries, like I would say the France or Germany, like Switzerland, where you have to stay 14 days, like your the mandatory you have to complete your quarantine days and you have to follow their COVID rules and restrictions from the respective country. And after that you can able to enroll to Italy easily, like it's not a big problem at all, because according to the Italian embassy, they are telling that you can't able to travel directly from India. If you are in the India like past 14 days or you are belong from India, then directly 14 days you can't able to travel, not only for India, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh also, but you can travel to some other countries which they are accepting our vaccines and all, like as you said, the France and Switzerland and all, where you have to follow only the quarantine rules, that's it. So it's not a big deal for you. Then the next scenario would be, can anyone tell me how the University will look like the visa if visa issued? Okay, the previous year only they have started the University like 2019 and all. There is no University portal, and the pre-enrollment process would be the in presence. So due to the pandemic situation, they have made everything via online, right? So also they have started to issue the visa status, even the pre-enroll even the University portal also. For example, under the comment section you could see they are mentioning this, the forwarded to the embassy and the visa has been issued from the particular respective consulate, and if a visa has been rejected also they are just updating in the University portal. And all the best for your status. Guys, anyone dropped a visa in the Bangalore VFS? Yes, there are many people. And yeah, okay, the next scenario would be, my son to appear for the IMAT at Italy on 9th, the September 9th, but he is unable to get the visa to appear for the exam from India to Italy embassy. Is there any way to get the Italy visa, or can we request IMAT authorities to allow him to appear for the exam in India? This time IMAT portal was closed within 1 hour for India due to COVID. Please advise. For example, I would say yes, of course, the IMAT is going to conduct on September 9th, and the result would be released from the 23rd of September. And for your kind information, it's the visa is not at all mandatory for appearing a IMAT exam, I would say. For example, if you are already in Italy, or else if you are wherever you are, you can able to get the you can able to do the IMAT. But IMAT exam is not an online exam also, I would like to remind you. It is totally depends upon the the in presence exam. It is not like an online exam, but I would say, you know there are many centers available in many countries. For example, even in the India also, there are many centers available, especially for where you can able to take the IMAT exam without your visa, because the embassy people and the universities also aware it's not possible to get the visa before the IMAT exam, right? So you can get the you can attend the exam wherever you are. For example, if you belong from India or if you belong from any other countries, there are many IMAT centers are available, so where you can go and attend the class, attend the IMAT exam directly from there. If the centers are not available, then you can check about the alternative centers also. For India, there are many centers available. You can check for the further information, you can visit to the University portal under the registered column, like IMAT registered. You can able to see the nearest centers available, especially for the IMAT centers. So the visa is not at all mandatory for appearing the IMAT exam, so it's not a big deal. So try to find out the alternative locations or else the centers, and go and attend the IMAT exams and all the best for your IMAT examinations. Then the next scenario is, Can we travel to Germany with this visa even if the first destination to the application form was mentioned as Italy? Do we need to do any additional steps to travel to a different Schengen country? Okay, for your kind information, you can't able to travel to Italy directly if you belong from India, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh till August 30th. This is a current scenario and current update. But if you want to travel immediately, then you have to do one thing. Either you have to move to some other country where you have to stay your 14 days as a quarantine. For example, I would say many people are doing, they are going to Serbia. Some of my friends also went to Maldives and all. And you can go to Nepal where the travel ban is not available, especially for the Italy, where you have to complete your quarantine days. And from there you can directly, from there you can come to Italy directly, or else you can come to any other Schengen country, for example Germany and the France and the Switzerland and all. If you are if you're coming directly, then if you are already completed your COVID the vaccination and all, it is really a added advantage for you. Maybe you will, for the Switzerland and other countries also, you don't require to be like a self quarantine as per recent update. So it's better to have the the COVID vaccinations and all, and try to contact the respective embassy. For example, previously the people, some of my friends faced some issues, when they are trying to come out from the airport, the people are faced some issues. They can't able to they can't able to come out from the airport. But nowadays many people are coming, either they are staying 14 days in either in Germany or Switzerland or in Serbia or some other countries also, or else after completing 14 days you can able to enter into the Italy. Then the next scenario is, what is depend on the admission to next intake, either it's a mark or interview. First of all, I would like to say the mark is a major one based on your academic profile, based on your education qualification. If you are belong from the same masters or bachelors, and also about your statement of purpose, everything belong from your, the admission is based on that only. Like the, if you're having IELTS or GRE, and your CGPA is really plays a major role, especially when it comes under the admission process. So interview is just like additional steps. For example, I would say every universities, only for the medical faculty, the Skype interview is like a mandatory. And apart from that, the interview is not at all mandatory for many other universities. It's totally up to the university. There is a difference between one university to another university, and also one program to another program also. The interview is like a mandatory process from the depends upon the university and also the program. So the mark is a main very very important thing for getting the admissions for the respective university, for the respective program also. And yeah, the moderator is sending some sample covering letter. Those are asking the sample cover letter, try to look about this, make a use of it. The next scenario, the same thing, the people are asking the sample cover letter. The next scenario, hi guys, can anyone send me the self certification sample for the family situation? I don't understood what is your exact scenario. I think you are asking about the sponsor, the scholarship sample documents, right? Like your family compositions and the family income and no property or property certifications, and also for the bank balance certificate, you need to submit it. Try to respond. Some people are ready to help you, but I hope you are unavailable. So if you need any other further information, try to ping me personally. I will send you some the sample documents and all. The next scenario, anyone suggest me some low price hostel or share flat for the 1 month in Messina city. I will be in the Messina like from 1st October onwards. I already said finding accommodation, either you can get the help from the senior people who is already there in the Messina, or else you can try to look about the some portal. For example, I would say you can find the accommodation via Facebook Market or Subito or Idealista, Immobiliare, and recently I came to know that Indomia. This portal is really good, and you can filter out based on your criteria also. So try to look about the, or else Airbnb also available in many other cities and also the towns, so you can make a use of it. If you are planning for only for the 1 month, then it will be good actually. The next scenario, anybody got the visa who applied in July from the Mumbai consulate. Unfortunately, some people received the visa, but only few people received. Many of them are waiting for the responses. Then the next scenario, my father don't have ITRs. Can I show other supporting documents like work experience and contract quotations as a replacement? Yes, of course. Yeah, ITR is like a mandatory document, but there are some scenarios like exceptional cases where you can't able to generate the ITR. So on that time you have to submit the alternative source of income. For example, they mainly the income or else the financial support whatever you are showing, it should be like a genuine. So whatever the you try to collect the genuine document or else some alternative proof of funds from which way your father is getting the same in terms of salary slip, or else you can submit the experience certificate, everything, or else the form 16. There are a lot of things available, right? So you can make a use of it. Then the next scenario would be, has anyone applied for visa recently at the Kolkata consulate or planning to apply in the next few weeks? I have few questions to ask. I think there are many peoples. Okay, the next scenario. In response to my inquiry regarding the tax code of my parents for applying a DOC scholarship, the university informed me that the tax code of my family members is not mandatory. However, I must indicate that they are not present in the ESA. Uh, what does the last line means regarding the presence of my parents in the ESA? Any help would be. For example, I would say the tax code is very important, and once you coming to the Italy, you will get the official tax code from the agency Entrate, or else from uh, revenue officials from which is located in Italy. But if you are in India, or else before coming to Italy, you can also generate your tax code based on providing some first name or last name, some kind of the some kind of informations, especially even you can use your the pre-enrollment tax code as a temporary one. But for the parents, it is not mandatory. For some kind of the DSC application portal, you have to mention about your about your ESA value, and I mean the tax code, and also your father tax code also, and like which whoever you have mentioned at the time of your family composition, you have to calculate manually, but it is not mandatory. So you just try to provide your tax code alone, like which you got it from at the time of the pre-enrollment in the University portal. So it's not necessary to make the tax code for the entire family. Then she's just asking the status of the Lazio Disco scholarship portal in as in the photo. My accommodation position is 1595. I mean the 1595. The scholarship position is 2997. I have some queries. Please help me in your expertise answers. Can I get the accommodations and the scholarship with this position? Actually, she is having. For example, I would say. This year this competition was very the high, and also for your kind information, if you are falls under the below 500 or below 100 as a rank, then only there is a possibility to get the university residence, which means the accommodation. So it's not according to your ranking list, it's not possible to get the, it's not possible to get your accommodation under accommodation from your university residence. What is the meaning of DOV part? This is specifically, while applying a DOV, it's the Lazio scholarship itself. Many people faced issues like DOV, because there are many people. It's not possible to get the DOV within the deadline, right? So that they have mailed to the respective scholarship region, and also they also agreed and they understood. Finally, they made some amendments. Instead of DOV, you can also submit your self declaration certificate. For the samples also I have also shared in the same group. And if you're having a DOV, then try to raise a ticket to the respective regional scholarship body and tell them I have DOV, and maybe they can consider it. There is no specific deadline actually for the submitting the DOV, because this is not only for you as I heard. This is the scenario, or this is a problem the every people are facing. Even the people who is in the Italy also, they are facing the same kind of error. So probably the respective regional body will try to clear it as soon as possible. And I submitted my self declaration form at the time of the application. Yes, not only you, many people did like that only. If I don't get the accommodations and get only the scholarship, is it enough for the living expenses, especially in the room? I would say the cost of living and the living expenses is totally depends upon the city, also the person. For example, you could see the major cities like Rome, Milan, Florence, and Venice and all, where you will you can't even, where the cost of living and the living expenses, living things and all very very expensive when compared to many other regions, many other cities. But in Rome also, I know many people those are living with basically 250 to 300 also, you can get the good accommodations and all, though it's not a problem at all. But the cost of living is especially is totally up to you, how you are managing and how you are spending. If you are going any other tours or something, then definitely you will lose your but according to me, 5200 is very much enough to live your life here actually. Then the next scenario, I have applied for the pre-enrollment University of Casino in July, but not yet received a confirmation mail from them. Can anyone let me know I got admissions, who got admissions, and in the University of Casino and received a pre-enrollment? For your kind information, there are many people who have received their the pre-enrollment confirmations, but nowadays the every universities are having the summer vacations like from August first week to the till the second third week, no one is not functioning. So is it possible, if possible, try to contact your the Laura. She is the responsible for the pre-enrollment summary and also the international help desk. You can contact her. Maybe you will get the pre-enrollment summary as soon as possible. If not, you have to be patient actually. Then the next scenario would be, hi, I'm from Bangladesh. I have to attest my necessary DOC documents from Italian embassy. Unfortunately, it is closed due to ongoing lockdown and COVID. Is it necessary to send the hard copies document to them within the deadline like the 3rd September? Is there any suitable mail address through which I can confirm them about my problem? For your kind information, you can try to contact there are mail IDs and also the contact number also, where you can easily contact your respective DSO Tuscana regions. I hope you are belong from Tuscana regions, right? Because I have seen your previous post and all. So according to that, yes, it is mandatory to send your the consular document like hard copies to the Italy within the deadline. The deadline is 3rd September. So you must to send your documents either via in presence or else via proxy system or else via courier or post, something like international courier you can use. You use it, and before that you have to make sure about the legalization process and everything, especially for the Tuscana regions. Then the next scenario was, hello, do we have to send the actual documents for the DSC Tuscana scholarship till 3rd September, or mail, or the peg mail, or we have to send only the online application till September 3? And I send the documents until the 15th November. Okay, she is also having the same doubt, more or less. She is also belong from, I think, the same Tuscana regions. According to that, the Tuscana region scholarship already started. You have to complete the online application process, and you have to do the apostille process and the legalization process, especially for your scholarship document. Even though if you belong from the Hawaii Convention countries, the legalization process is very very important and it's mandatory, especially for the Tuscana region. So it is mandatory to send your document before September 3 to the Italy. Then only you will be eligible for getting the full scholarship. If not, maybe there is a chance of your application will be excluded. Okay, so try to remember that you have to send your document within the September 3rd to the Italy, especially like your hard consular copy, consular document. Then the next scenario, again the person is asking the same the sample covering letter. So try to make already it is available in the under the notification sections, you can make a use of it. And this person is asking, Can you please explain about the point ninth and 10th? I have been sponsored by my employer, then I will need to fulfill what is the requirement of point 10. For your kind information, if you belong from Mumbai embassy or Kolkata embassy or Delhi embassy, whatever embassy, the sponsor should be, like your parents, either it's a brother, either it's a I mean your dad or mom should be a sponsor, or else you can submit your you can show your financial support in terms of self account, but your employer will never be a sponsor for you. Maybe you can submit the you can submit, you can show the financial support in your account, and you can tell them I got this in terms of my the salary, or you could submit this you could submit the work experience or else the salary slip, everything. But according to that, your sponsor should be your father or mother only, or else you can go with your self affidavit. Then the next scenario, anyone who got appointment on 20th August in the Islamabad embassy is, I think there are some peoples. And again, where moderator is just commented like he have been completed the pre-enrollment applications, and he have been got the pre-enrollment summary also. All the best for your further process. Then next person is asking, is there anyone who can guide me or help me to finding accommodation in Padova? Looking forward for some positive responses. I think finding accommodation is very very easy, especially for the Padova and for the Milan. It is very easy because I would say you can try the Sparta home, which is available for most of the major cities. You can find the accommodation easily, and also as I mentioned already, you can also find it in the Facebook. There are many Facebook group, I think so, because especially for the University of especially for the Milan and also for the Padova, there are some separate space Facebook group also available only for the accommodation things. And also you can get the help of the Erasmus group also, where you can get the more accommodation detail. And if you are not getting, you can book a Airbnb. It is available entire Italy for the initial stay, like at least for your quarantine days. Then later you can try to get the accommodation after reaching to Italy. If you're not finding that, then you can always look about the the Facebook market, or else you can go with the Subito or Idealista or Immobiliare. And I already said Indomia, it is a good, really a good portal for finding a accommodation with the reasonable cost. The next scenario is, hi everyone, how many days it is taking currently to get the visa approval? Unfortunately, the people are waiting more than 1 month or more than 45 days also from, I know many people who is applied at the time of July or June also. Still they are waiting for the responses. I think now in this usually they will take 15 to 15 to 45 days or something maximum. But this time the Mumbai embassy is taking much time, especially still they are issuing a visa very very, yeah, few peoples only. Still there are many peoples, they are waiting for the responses. And nowadays you should be very patient. And it is vice versa for the Kolkata embassy. I heard the Kolkata embassy, those students belong from the Kolkata embassy, they are getting the visa status within a week or within a days, and within a month also. So if your profile was very strong, then it's easy to get the visa, especially for this academic year, especially from the Kolkata embassy, I would say. So try to be patient and hope for the best. I don't know what to say next. Then again she is trying to say, telling the same problem, like she have made some mistake and all, especially for the education document. So she's just asking, how can I modify my data and all? You have to raise a ticket in your Lazio portal region portals, and based on your credentials, and you have to tell them you need to do the modifications, especially on your online applications. So if you're giving the explanations in a deep manner, then there is a possibility to change your data actually. Then the next scenario, any universities are still open for 2020-21 intake? Please update me. For the unfortunately for this academic year, every universities are completed their admission process, pre-enrollment process. Now people are waiting for the visa process, so it's not possible for this academic year. It's possible for the next academic year, because even though if you're getting a the acceptance letters from any kind of university, but there is a possibility to lose your scholarships because every scholarships some of the scholarship has been already completed, some still under the processing, and a few of the people still waiting for the ranking list and all. So according to that, it's better to try for the next intake. Then the next scenario would be, hi all, do we need to get the documents double apostle for the DSU Dascana scholarship even if the country included in the Hawaii Apostle Convention? Yes, of course. For your kind information, the countries which is false, according to the Hawaii Convention countries like a 1961 Act, the countries which is part of the Hawaii Convention, there is apostle is very well enough, and we don't require legalization as a mandatory process, even it is for your educational and also about your scholarship document. But only for the some kind of regions, for example, I would say the Tuscana regions, the scholarship, the legalization process is very very important. It is not a double apostle process. You should say in terms of legalization, it is a legalization is very very mandatory even though you are belonging from the Hawaii Convention countries. So it's better to do your legalization. We also you can do the, some people's asked me, I still remember, how can we do the legalization process? Regarding the same, I have already posted in our group also what is mean by legalizations and wherever you can do the legalizations and all. For your kind information, you can do the legalization process in a two way. Either you can submit your documents via VFS, or else you can do the legalization process in the via the Inu Italia. So it's not a big deal. Maximum they will take 1 month time. So make sure about the deadlines and all, because I think you have to send your documents, especially for the DSC scholarships. You have to complete the apostle process, like I would say the STM attestations, MA apostle, and Italian language translation, and also the legalization also as a mandatory process. We once you complete these processes, you have to send your hard copies to the Italy, right, within the September 3, I think so. The next scenario would be anyone who is giving the test on 17th September for the University of Siena, the Bachelor of Economics and Banking. Unfortunately, there is no people. Maybe you can get the you will get the people in terms of WhatsApp group maybe. Then here they are posting about the accommodation. So those are looking for the accommodation, especially for the Milan or the nearest area, especially in the Lombardy region, then try to contact them for the further deal, for the further references. Then the next scenario would be, hi friend, do we need affidavit of health insurance or self affidavit for the visa? For example, I would say for the visa process, health insurance is mandatory. It's not like a health insurance alone. You have to submit travel come health insurance actually. So there would be a criteria as per the visa checklist. You have to show at least the 30,000 euros as a coverage. So make sure about the coverage and all. Try to go with the 50,000 US dollar or more than 1 lakh euros and all. There are many insurance companies are providing. So based on that, like you can take the insurance, like you can take it for 3 month or 6 month or 1 year also. It's up to you, and also about the requirement of your respective embassy. For your kind information, the affidavit is not required for the health insurance. It is totally unnecessary for the health insurance. You don't require to do any affidavit, especially for your health insurance. For if for the self affidavit, you have to do the notaries. Actually, you have to get the notary. Like you have to do the stamp paper, and you have to do get the notaries, and later you have to submit it at the time of your visa process. Then the next scenario is, hello, I have heard due to COVID, Italy's master session will start from the November instead of September. Is that true? And for apply in September session, deadline is over. For your kind information, for applying a September session, yes, the deadline has been over. For example, simply I would say the process are four types. Like I would say the admission process, then you have to do the pre-enrollment process, then you have to do the scholarship process, and later you have to do the visa process. These are the four major types actually. Almost three process completed, I would say. The admission process has been completed, especially for this academic year 21 and 22. Almost the admission completed, and also the pre-enrollment process completed in all universities. every people are waiting for the pre-enrollment summary, and most of the people already receive it. And the scholarship process also already started, and some regions they already got the the provisional ranking list and all. For example, I would say the Lazio Disco, and many of the regions still there is a deadline for applying. So it's not possible to come apply for especially for this academic year, I would say. Try to look about the next academic year. Also, you are asking they will start from the November, right? No, no, definitely they won't start from the November. Once they made the comments, the exact date, they will never postpone it unless until if there is a pandemic situation in Italy. Okay, so according to that, I would say no, it's not true. The September, most of the universities and most of the programs will commencement from the September, mid of the September. So it's not at all true. You can get the. So also, if it is if it is further delay, for example in terms of visa or something, maybe you will get the blended mode, like you can able to attend the classes via online, so it's not a big deal. Then the next scenario would be, I'll be depositing funds in my sponsor account till August 17, and I will take the printout of bank statement certificate on August 18th, and drop the visa in VFS on August 20. Is that okay? Or it would create a problem? For example, I would say, first of all, you have to decide which account you are planning to show your financial support. Either it is your self account, or else it should be your sponsorship account, sponsor account. Then based on that, you have to make the affidavit. Either it's a self affidavit, or else it is a it is a sponsor affidavit. Then the third scenario is, you have to maintain the the amount like a consistent manner, not like a before. For example, according to your scenario, you're planning to apply for the visa on August 20th, right? Then it doesn't make a sense, like you're depositing the money from before 3 days or before 1 week. You're just depositing the money and you're planning to apply for the visa. Definitely it will create a suspicious activity. So I would say, try to maintain the consistency of the transactions and all. Or else, if you're making a bulk number of transactions or a bulk number of deposition, then try to have the proof of income where you got the money, and from you have to make sure about the source document and all. So if you have the source document, then it's not a problem at all. You can make as per your statement like 17. You can try to maintain the consistency, and also try to maintain the deposition. Don't make a bulk transaction at all, like a single transaction don't do. Try to split the amount and try to make do it accordingly. Then again, I'm looking for a room in Messina University. Can anyone help me? Yes, of course. You can find it from many Facebook groups, and Subito, Immobiliare, and Idealista, and Indomia, and the Sparta Home, and the Uniplaces. There are many websites where you can find your accommodation detail. If you're not finding anything, try Airbnb just for your completing your quarantine days. Then the another query is, hi guys, I got admissions in Enimore University. Anyone going to Enimore University? Okay, he's just trying to find out the colleagues or the future classmate who is belong from the same. Also, he need to he has one more scenario, one more query also. For example, I would say, then I need to know one more thing. Can I show the fund in my account itself, because my parents are the sponsor? They both are sending money to my account. Is that acceptable? Yes, it is acceptable. For example, you can show the amount in two ways, right? Either from your account or else from your sponsor account. So as you said, your parents are your sponsors, so try to make the, you can also get the statement of your parents if you are planning to show from parents account, or else if you are planning to show from your account, try to make the self affidavit and try to get the the bank balance certificate and a bank statement from your own account. And you can also get the sponsorship affidavit also along with your further identification proofs, everything. Then the next scenario, hello friends, I have booked visa appointment on 9th September and my study will start 20th September, so it will be a problem for your visa. First of all, I would like to say something for your scenario. visa process is different, and the university enrollment or pre-enrollment process would be different. So when you're completing your pre-enrollment, when you're getting the the pre-enrollment summary, you're eligible to apply for your DOV and the visa in the same time. So even though you're submitting after the commencement of classes also, it's not a problem. For example, you are submitting your visa after September 20th also, based on some kind of reasons. If you are postponing your visa submission, it's not at all problem. For example, until getting your visa status, you can able to attend the online classes, so it's not a big deal. So every universities, they are conducting like a blended mode of teaching, especially for the first semester. So it's not a big deal for you. You have to complete the enrollment in terms of the paying some tuition fees, or else sending your DOV documents like that. So based on the university criteria, you can complete your university enrollment process, and also you can able to attend the online classes. And the visa process is different. This enrollment or this enrollment process is different, so don't make a confuse of between these. Then the next scenario is, hello friends, what documents needed for Italy student visa? For example, I would say generally you need a documents like your education documents, like your DOV, or else you need to get the statement of comparability, which is an alternative for your DOV. And each and every country, the checklist will be very very different. For example, I would say the Pakistan, the visa checklist will be different. And you know India, even in the India itself, there are three embassies, right? For example, I would say Mumbai Embassy, Kolkata Embassy, and Delhi Embassy. Even each and every embassies are having a different checklist actually. So it's better to confirm with the respective embassy people, or else you can find the visa checklist from your from the respective embassy portal itself. You can find the visa checklist, or and what and all documents required for submitting your visa application. But the basic things are common. For example, financial support, like if the entire stay in Italy, you have to submit the financial support, and flight ticket, and the health insurance, proof of accommodations, and some kind of affidavits, and also educational documents, and DOV or statement of comparability. These all common in all the countries. Then the next scenario is, good morning, guys. Is there any possibility to conclude a contract accommodation starting from the second semester, like February 2022? Now, I am asking in regard with Bologna, but maybe also there are some other cities also which will be available. Actually, I came to know this scenario, like she's having the commencement of classes from February. So she just need a accommodation, like a rental contract, at the time of the September to, I mean February 2022. It's possible only maybe if you are asking to your landowner, but I think none of the owner, or none of the the house owner people will never agree for this kind of criteria, because when they are no one won't able to do the rental contract if you are not reaching to Italy. First of all, the second reason is, uh, if they are agree, then you have to pay the amount before reaching, even though whenever the contract is available from the February also, but you have to give some amount to them, because once it is allocated to some other people, they can't able to make the rental contract for you. So it's better to speak to the people directly, or else making some call to the specific landowners or house owners, so you can make a deal with them actually. Then the next scenario, anyone got admitted from the University of Catania? How is the city? Yes, University of Catania is falls under the region of Sicily. There are many other universities also, like I would say, Catania University, and Messina University, and Palermo University. These are the main. These are the major universities which is located in under the Sicilia regions. Catania University is a good university, and ERSU Palermo is the appropriate regional scholarship body. And the part-time job opportunities is really very very less when compared to other cities and uh, other towns. But you can look about the Malta, which is which is located very nearest to the Sicily regions. City is good. All Italian cities are very very good actually. Like they are how can I say, they are really good, not for jobs. just for living, I would say. Then the next scenario, is there anyone whose DOV and the visa application centers are different? Yes, of course, there are many people. For example, if you belong from India, there are three embassies, right? As I already said, Mumbai Embassy and Delhi Embassy and Kolkata Embassy. So, if your maybe your residence will be like under the jurisdictions of Mumbai Embassy, but unfortunately, if you have completed your graduation or your degree, whatever it may be, like falls under the Delhi jurisdictions, then it is mandatory to complete the DOV process alone. First, you have to apply the DOV under the Delhi jurisdictions. Then later, once you get your DOV, you have to apply your visa under the Mumbai embassy. So try to make a clear clarification. For example, I would say your maybe your scenario, you are not posting your query in a detailed manner. So if it is like a different, then you have to do it via separately only. For as I already said, if you belong from residency is one address, and your university or where you got graduation will be another jurisdiction, it's better to do a separate process. Or else you can go with the the CMEA. You can also consider the statement of comparability and all for try to reduce the time, because applying a DOV, it's like a time consuming process, I would say. Then the next scenario, what should be the best answer? How is he or she is going to sponsor you? It is a good question, I would say. For example, in this question you have to answer, first of all you have to explain about your employer, who is your employer and what he is doing, and how he is getting the the proof of income, or like what is his actual work, or either if he is doing any business, or he is a salaries person, like that. And what and all the alternative documents you have, he have any ITR, he is paying a taxes and all. Likewise, if anything, any other criteria you have to mention. And you have to also mention about the relationship between your sponsor. For example, if he is your sponsor, he is a third person, or he is a you know he is your parents, or he is your brother, or he is your cousin. Then you have to mention, you have to explain about your relationship between you and your sponsor. And the next thing, you have to explain about the assurity about the sponsor, I would say. For example, the relationship you have to mention. Then how he will be able to sponsor you in terms of the financial support. So you have to mention in a professional manner, I would say. Then the next scenario is, I think we have already seen these things and all. Okay, the next query is, I have received an offer letter for the first level master degree program in Italy. Since I already had a master degree completed in India and enrolling for the master's program in Italy, will it be sufficient to furnish the declaration of value for the Indian master's degree? For example, I would say you are just confusing about the DOV, whether you have to do the DOV for your bachelor's or based on your master's, right? There are two scenarios. For example, first I would say, for getting the admissions, people already enrolled into the masters also. For example, those people are planning for the masters, they already had a masters in even in India or any other abroad countries also. They will say at the time of the admission process for added advantage, because when compared to other candidate, if you are already completed some masters, then definitely it will create a added advantage for your academic profile. Then there is a possibility to get the admission, so that every people used to say, I already completed my masters, and I have so and so the experience also at the time of the statement of purpose. But some peoples will do the declaration of value only for based on the bachelor's, because you're going for the master's, right? So it doesn't make a sense, you're doing a DOV again for the same again for the alternative master's. So you have to do the DOV based on your bachelor's, not based on your master's. But it is vice versa in some kind of scenarios also. Maybe at the time of your admission process, if you are already submitted, I have already had another masters in India, then it is at the time it's make a sense. Maybe you can do the DOV based on your masters also, it's not a problem. Then the next scenario would be, I registered for the IMAT 1 month ago. Can I change the location of the exam now. For your kind information, there is a specific deadline for changing the locations and all. As of now, you can't able to change your IMAT location center because it is already registered, and I hope so. The September 9th is the IMAT examination is going to conduct, right? So there are only a very less time for attending your exams and all. So maybe there is a possibility, but I don't think so. Better to go and don't take a risk and all. Better to go and attend the same center where you got registered already. Then the remaining scenarios and all, I think we have already seen it. Then the next scenario: does anyone going to apply or applied visa with the self funding rather than using the parent sponsorship? What are all the necessary document needed for self funding? Okay, for your kind information, you can show the financial support in a two-way. Just is for your self funding, or else you can get the sponsors actually, sponsors funding. For the self funding, you have to make, you have to submit the bank balance certificate of your own account, and also bank balance statement, especially for the 6 month and minimum 3 month to 6 month. If you have enough transactions or consistency of amount more than a year, then you can submit for 1 year bank transaction also, because it will create a more reliability and it will be added point of view at the time of the visa process. So you have to make sure you have to get the bank balance certificate from for your own account, and also you have to get the self affidavit, and you have to show the bank statement. It's up to you whether 3 to 1 year statement you can submit it. And also you have to submit the additional source of income document. For example, where you got the money, if you are a salaried person, and you can mention, you can also submit your experience letter, and also you can submit some, if you are paying a ITR, or if you are having a form 16 or a experience certificate, pay slip. So there are many documents, right, for submitting, or else you can show your the source of income. So you have to submit those documents along with the self affidavit. Then the next scenario is there anyone who is going to University of Louis in Rome? Unfortunately, this is like a private university, I think so. Unfortunately, no one. Then the next scenario is, hello guys, is Covishield vaccine is accepted in Italy? Can I travel? I think I already made clarification for the same query. Then what else? I think I'm little bit tired for clarifying the doubts more than an hour. Even I know people don't have a patience to hear all those things and all again and again. So I think we have completed all the queries, because uh, remaining queries and all, I could see everything I have completed. So guys, those who are having any other further queries or clarification, try to post it in our group called Prospective Students in Italy. And don't hesitate anything. If you need any other further emergency based some queries or something, already my number is available in our group. So try to contact me if you need any other further emergency based clarification or something. So I hope this video would be very very useful for you. And also I'm a bit tired for the intake query clarification. And thank you so much for your support and love for our group, and you're showing to me. Try to support me, and also about our channels also. So again, it's my humble request, those who are watching this video without any subscriptions, try to subscribe my YouTube channel, which is called Dream Italia, for the further update, and stay tuned for the more update and for the further clarification in our group called Prospective Students in Italy. Thank you so much, and I'm very happy to meeting you all again. And have a nice day. Bye.